everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to my channel, The Daily DIYer. I'm so excited about today's video because I have 10 brand new Dollar Tree organization hacks for you. And before we jump into today's Dollar Tree organization hacks video and I bring you into the kitchen, I want to share with you Every Plate. I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. This is something that we use personally, our family, in our home because it is wonderful meals that are not only affordable, but they're super fun and easy to make. And I'm so excited because they are offering my viewers an amazing deal. You can get started with Every Plate for just $1.99 per meal and an additional 20% off another 2 weeks by going to everyplate.com and entering code TheDailyDIYer2. And when other dinner options cost around $10 per serving, Every Plate offers 10 plus chef-designed recipes each week for only $4.99 per serving. Recipes come together in about 30 minutes and they're definitely faster than a trip to the grocery store. My favorite part about it is that Every Plate has easy to follow recipes and it takes the stress out of dinner time. They do all of the meal planning, shopping, and prepping for you, and that takes the time-consuming guesswork out of cooking. You'll never buy more ingredients than you need because Every Plate's recipes come with everything already pre-measured. So again, you can get started with Every Plate for only $1.99 per meal and an additional 20% off the following 2 weeks by going to everyplate.com and using my coupon code, TheDailyDIYer2. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the kitchen where I'll share with you some simple and easy Dollar Tree organization hacks that you may not have thought of. I'm sure most of us have come across this toothbrush and cup holder at Dollar Tree for your bathroom, but we are going to use this and repurpose it in a different way and take it into the kitchen and add it into our sink. So a little bit of a tip here is to actually add a little bit of water onto the suction cups that come with this little caddy, so it makes it a little bit easier to adhere to your surface in your sink. And then you can use it to store brushes, sponges, and even to hang washcloths off to dry. And this one is very similar to the last caddy that we used. This one is called a shower caddy and it is larger than the last one. And we're going to use it again in the kitchen and use it for a different purpose than it was intended for. This one has 4 suction cups on the back and I'm just removing those off. You just pull them down and they pop right out. We're also going to be needing these adhesive hooks. I need 2 of these. This is the 2-pound size, so they're a little bit smaller. And what I did is I started by taking the paper backing off of the hooks and kind of getting those ready so that I could add them onto the wall for my shower caddy to hang off of. However, I ran into a little bit of a problem here. On the back of the caddy, there's actually little plastic pieces that jut out, and it was getting in the way of the caddy being able to hang on those plastic hooks. So what I did is I grabbed a pair of wire cutters, or a heavy-duty pair of scissors would work for this too. You just want to snip those plastic pieces off, and I would definitely suggest wearing some safety goggles because these pieces kind of go flying everywhere and you definitely don't want those getting into your eyes. So once I had all those plastic pieces snipped off there, I was able to come back and hang my caddy on the wall. I just sort of eyeballed where I wanted my shower caddy to hang before pressing the first hook onto the wall. I had little tiles on mine, so I actually used the tiles as a guide where my next hook would go on the wall. Just make sure that it was close enough together that my caddy would sit on it flush. And you can see here, these are really sturdy hooks, especially on these tiles. And you can see here, it's pretty sturdy, but I had the problem of this actually folding forward. And you can see some of my accessories were just kind of hanging off and I was afraid they were going to completely fall off. So from Dollar Tree again, I grabbed these foam mounting squares and I put those on the backs of the hooks where the caddy would meet and just pressed the caddy up against that to hold it flat and flush up against the wall. I'm loving this little shelf for some of the items that I use pretty frequently as I'm cooking, from measuring spoons and measuring cups to these little bowls, and even my salt and pepper shakers. It just frees up counter space and also some of my drawer space. I'm also really loving the napkin holders from Dollar Tree. Recently I shared you can use them for other things besides napkins, including your acrylic paint bottles in your craft room. So I have another Dollar Tree organization hacks video featuring that hack in it that I will link at the end of this video, so you can watch that next. But another great idea is to just store your seasoning packets in it. In your kitchen, you can stack these side by side or line them up front to back and have even more additional storage. This is another great shower caddy that we are going to repurpose for the kitchen. However, the top hook really made me think that it looks like it's for the bathroom, so I decided to trim that part off. I'm just using some heavy-duty wire cutters for this, and they snip right off. I took this down to where that first crossbar meets. I'm also using this pack of clear adhesive hooks. These are my new favorite adhesive hooks. They are super strong. These hold 3 pounds each, and you're gonna need both of them. I'm actually adding this to the side of my refrigerator, and we're going to create a small little coffee and tea station. Once I had this secured to the side of the refrigerator, I started adding my coffee mugs and my tea and coffee accessories. But you could use this for multiple different purposes, including a mail station. You could add snacks to this, or even some kitchen cooking supplies like spices and your cooking oils. I also didn't want to leave this little hook part at the top that we cut off to go to waste, so we're gonna make a necklace holder out of this. I cut a scrap piece of 1x2 down to about 12 inches long, and then just twisted in some cup hooks into the bottom. And now we need to attach the top wire piece in place. So I sort of just eyeballed and centered it on the wood and marked where the wire hit on the top of the wood, marking it with a pencil, and then drilling small holes into those marks, big enough that the wire would slide down in there. I also added some hot glue into those holes and inserted the wire to secure it into place. I think jewelry and my makeup and vanity area is probably the hardest area for me to keep organized. Let me know down in the comments below, what area do you have the most trouble keeping up with? Maybe I'll create a video coming up on ideas of how to keep those spaces organized using Dollar Tree items. I was super excited to find these traditional ice trays. The difference is they actually have lids on them, so I thought it'd be such a great way to organize My collection of earrings, I just kind of have them in a tray and they're all just in a big jumbled mess. And I kind of forgot I even had some of them because they were just all in a big pile. So what I did is I just organized them into each one of the little pockets in the ice tray. The cool thing is you can put the lid on, and even if you drop them, they're not going to go rolling all over your floor. And if you have lots of earrings, you can pop the lid on and even stack them. Now let's make some closet organization. These little bins are the smaller size. So they have a big size and these are the shorter ones. You can take this concept and use the bigger ones too if you'd like. You still want to make sure that you place that cardboard piece down into the inside. We're going to be using a combination of glue and staples to glue these end to end. And you'll see once they are stapled together and glued together, they are super strong. I'm also cutting off one of the handles and saving that. We're gonna put that on the top a little bit later so we can secure it into our closet. I'm also attaching 3 of these together end to end, but if you have a larger closet, of course you can add more. And here you can see how it hangs from the clothing bar in the closet. I just have a few clothing items wrapped up or rolled up in there. You could even do this for other items of clothing, things you need to store in your closet. I also wanted to give you a close-up of how I attached it onto the clothes bar with some staples and some glue at the top on that handle. And you can also store shoes. You could flip these the other way and even get more storage that way. These are cute and so functional. They are hand sanitizer little travel rubber things. I didn't want to waste the hand sanitizer, so I squeezed it into this Germ-X bottle that was sort of getting low. And you can see I kind of created its own hack. They had some pretty pink and blue colored hand sanitizer in these bottles, so it gave it a kind of tie-dye look, which was cool. And then I just ran these into some water, shook them up, made sure to get all of the hand sanitizer out, and we're actually gonna be adding shampoo and conditioner to these bottles. This is going to make some great travel hacks. These are the perfect size to travel on an airplane with, or if you're just having a quick weekend getaway. And you can slide these back into their little rubber containers. They have this cool hook at the top so that you can hook them into your shower on the go. And here's another way to use these over-the-door hooks from Dollar Tree. You can actually slide these right over your shower bar. You can use it in the front like this to hang and dry your towels on, especially if you are short on wall space in your bathroom. And you can also, on the flip side of this, flip it to the inside of your shower and hang your bath scrubbies and washcloths. And this is a super duper simple but very, very pretty and practical way to store your washcloths and towels in your bathroom. I have these chalkboard labels and also these white round baskets from Dollar Tree. I just used some regular chalk and wrote labels on the front of those, and then used the provided jute that came with them to tie them onto the front. into a bow onto each one of the baskets. You can also spray these with a little bit of hairspray to set the plastic, and then you can add your towels and your washcloths and display them, but also have them handy when you are needing them. And like I said earlier, I have another Dollar Tree organization hacks video popping up on your screen that you can click and watch next if you're needing more organization inspiration. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Please subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, as I bring you new inspiration here every single week. Thanks so much again, and I will see you in the next one. Happy crafting!